Hello YouTube, it's been a while, mainly because I went on vacation with my wife to a water park and with my family and shot good footage, awesome footage. Get home and this phone doesn't want to process them. It tells me the internal memory's full because it did that update thing that it does with all these apps on here and made it full and congested, and now none of the apps want to work. It tells you that. These apps aren't going to work properly. Delete files to get space. So I go in there and I delete all the files, all my phone, all messages, all my cache data and all that crap. I delete it, and what it is this computer is, this phone is updated and it's full now. Just like it always happens with every phone I got. It always updates and then gets full, and then you reset it and then turn the updates off. Well, I thought I had the updates off, but anyway. Oh well. This video I'm not processing. It's going to be a straight video and it'll upload. I'm most certain it will. If you just shoot one video and not try to chop them and edit them together with a software, then it won't have to process it that way. It'll go straight into YouTube and everything's fine. But I wanted to show everybody something, man. The dogs ended up getting in an argument and they ended up dumping soda pop that was sat next to the laptop. Don't know who did it. I did it. Somebody did it. It don't matter who did it. It was did it. And so we carefully took her laptop apart, and we got to looking at it, and my son said it was making some strange noises, like weird noises that he haven't never heard. He was basically hearing the computer cry for help. I'm dying. So we took it apart and we looked at this motherboard, and it has coat on it. And I noticed if you try to use alcohol that don't got 99% on it, all we had was alcohol that's 50%. Thought about using this, and I didn't because it's 50% right there. You can use alcohol, but it's got to be, did a lot of research on that. Not just here recently, through my whole life. Every time something got poured on a computer, I know you can use alcohol, but it's got to have 99% in it. And instead of the 50, it's got to be 99. It can't be the green, it's got to be the clear. So anyway, my son has a laptop just like Mom's. And so we went into the closet and dug the thing out. And I said, what did you spill on yours a long time ago? He said, ramen noodles. I said, well, that don't got sticky stuff in it. It's just noodles. And we got to looking at his motherboard, and it looked in better shape, and we blew it off, and there wasn't no spots on it. His computer had this go out on it. You couldn't charge it. Every time you plug something into it, my son said he smelled something burning. So, am I right? This is your old keyboard?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my son's old keyboard and the charger. So we took all of the parts out of it and put them over here in Mom's. And we carefully plugged everything in. Actually, I'm proud of him, man. He's did this mostly of himself. I've watched with a magnifying glass because I'm blind as a bat. And we're just gonna see how it goes, you know. He's busy putting back the little screws. I think he had one missing.
I don't have any missing.
You don't have any missing now? Alright. Anyway, a while ago we got it all together, and we went over there and set it up on the table without the we got two bottoms. Two identical computers. When we bought these computers, we bought them within no more than a week of each other. They're Hewlett Packard. What is it, son? What kind of?
HP Pavilion.
HP Pavilion laptop. It's no more than a couple of years old, I think. At the most maybe 2.5 years old. Touch screen. Anyway, his died first because of ramen noodle juice. This one died because the dogs decided they didn't want to get along and knock the soda off into the laptop. And it's just one of those things, you know. Shit happens. But, So anyway, we took it over there and we plugged it in, and it came on. And I seen my son's eyes light up when he got to see his old school computer. I'm gonna say not say old school, but his programs and everything, his icons on his desktop, everything. He got to see them for the first time in a year and a half now. Has it? It's been a year and a half. So his old computer is working with his hard drive. When we replaced the motherboard, we left the hard drive with the motherboard, because I'm pretty for sure certain that you can, if you give the motherboard a different hard drive, they don't know who the hell they are, and then you got to format them and all that. So I told him to use his old hard drive with his motherboard, and we stuck it in there, and it come on. And we saved the ass on this one, man. I thought I was gonna have to deal with a depressed son for a while, because he really likes his computer. That is his friends. That is his everything. It's the way the younger generation is, you know. Instead of having somebody knock on your door and somebody saying, can so-and-so come out and play, like when I was a little boy, and we went outside and we got dirty and got grass stains, everything else, arguments, punched each other. You know, that's just the way we were, you know. If we had disagreements, we settled it in front yard. Well, gamers nowadays and kids nowadays, it's a different world, you know. They meet friends online, this, that, and the other, and sometimes they take the coward way out. Well, I'm just going to block them, or I'm going to give them a virus, and then they do weird crap to each other's computers, you know, constantly, and screaming and hollering on the phones and stuff with them, and you know, and I used to think that was kind of weird that he was getting out of hand with it, but it's not. It's just like it was when we were growing up, with a little technology added to it. And the only difference is kids nowadays are so snowflake, they hide behind a screen. When I was a boy and somebody said something to my face, I went over there and punched their lights out. I just didn't block them or give their damn, I'm going to give you a virus, or get them sick or something, you know what I'm saying? It's just a weird world. But I'm sure I'm glad he got it all together. It's popping together for you? Mm-hmm. Look, we're going to use your... I don't know, man. You said your CD drive, man. I would hate to plug your CD drive in and it have something wrong with it.
I don't use my CD drive anyway. So
okay, I don't want to trust that, man, because if that's got Coke or something in it, or any kind of thing in it, we know it's working without it, and you don't use it anyway, so just leave it out, huh? Yeah. Okay, before you put the screws in the back of the bottom of it, let's go plug it in. Did you got the battery in it? It's okay. Let's go get the battery. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll cut the camera back on later, but I can't process this. I can't chop and edit videos. This is the suck thing about it, man. I could cut the camera off right now and edit the two together, but this phone just ain't gonna do it. The processor's all messed up.
Phones are very weak. Carry a very small battery.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with my batteries or anything. I have a thing. They sell you phones. This is my theory, son. They sell you a phone that's barely enough to make it work, okay? And then when you start putting apps on your phone and it starts updating those apps, it uses up memory, internal memory space.
Which is very little given.
Yeah, and they give you very little in the beginning. Mom's got a phone that's got huge internal memory space, and that's the one I'm going to have her erase, even though it's got a cracked screen. We're going to start using that for chopping and editing software, and just for a computer. I mean, just for my phone only. That's what it is. It's just going to be just for my not my phone, but it's just going to be for making videos and using it to get online and putting it through a editing app. And so that way I can edit my videos. I don't have to worry about updating. I'm hoping. Turn the updates off on hers. Well, I don't even care if it updates on hers or not, because it's got so much memory, it's unreal. Honey, what's your old phone? What kind of was it? ZTE. It's a ZTE, and it had huge memory space, didn't it? Yeah. And they quit making those at the...
Where's my necklace?
She hadn't brought it yet. Bought her a necklace. From a friend. She's supposed to bring it over and she hasn't. But anyway, that ZTE phone worked so good that the phone companies quit using them. She tried to go get another ZTE and they said, we don't sell those no more. You have to get online and find them, and they're actually really expensive. And that ought to tell you something. If it's working too good and they don't ever have to service it and it doesn't make you want to buy a phone, she kept that phone for 3 years. Never had to get another one. She liked it. And the screen cracked on it, and it was going to cost just as much to get the screen fixed as it was just to get her another new phone. And now she wishes that she would have just had the screen fixed on that phone, and I just still might go get it fixed because it's an awesome phone. Never had no problems with it except when she cracked the screen and sat on it. But anyway, let's see how he's doing. Almost, huh?
Just need to screw in the battery.
Alright, man. You just make sure it lines up, dude. Don't force it. Anyway, I'm for sure certain it's going to work. It worked without the back on it, and we sit there and let it boot up. It reloaded itself. It did say recovery, automatic recovery, and it came on by itself, and it recovered itself. And I was so jollified to see that screen come on, man. But I don't want to pressure him into hurrying up so I can shoot the video of you turning it on. But you need to take your time and do that right. And I'll let y'all go. And I'm going to get off here and try to, I don't know, I thought about taking every single video on that water park footage and just post them individually separately. Some of them's 2 minutes, some of them's 3 minutes, some of them's 1 minute. Just post them up there. Don't leave no names on them. Just leave dates or something. I don't know. If I can't edit them together. It really sucks when you finally did a good video. It's bad to the bone. I loved all the footage. Me and my wife dancing with each other, the family, everything was perfect, man. My daughter even got on there and was with me and showed she didn't mind being on the camera. She's doing TikTok. She's got familiar with it, or I think her husband's talked to her and made her realize that, you know, YouTube, yeah, it's like a double-edged sword, but you know, the people that are here, the ones that mean the most to me, are here for me, you know. And yeah, you're going to reach some people out there that want to bash people around, but you know, there's no harm in that. You just act like they're not there, and they finally get tired of messing. They'll actually get tired and leave, like they all of them have already. They've left. I hadn't blocked no one in a long time. So I'll catch y'all later. Until next time, Limster out.